In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up and use Google's Nano Banana 2 AI image model inside Claude Code. I'm also going to show you a real world example of how to use Nano Banana 2 for generating a YouTube thumbnail that looks like this. So be sure to stick around for the full video. And if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. My name is Ryan. I appreciate you being here. And if you want to know my favorite AI tools, automations, and even my favorite Claude Code skills, be sure to get my free AI Marketing Essentials Guide. You can find the link for that in the video description or pinned comment below. So Nano Banana 2 is Google's latest and greatest AI image model. It's not only better in terms of output quality compared to its predecessor of Nano Banana Pro, but it's also a lot cheaper at scale, which we love to see, especially on the API side of things. And so I'll leave a link to this page in the video description below if you want more details on Nano Banana 2. But when it comes to using this with Claude Code, I should first say that I'm using the Claude Code extension within VS Code. And if what I just said didn't make sense to you, I'd recommend watching my Claude Code Beginner's Guide in the video description below. And so you'll notice here on the left-hand side, I have a skill called Nano Banana API Best Practices. And then I also have skills, I have other separate image skills like a YouTube thumbnail designer. So in this particular example of how I made this thumbnail, I used the skills of the YouTube thumbnail designer along with the Nano Banana API Best Practices. And so how did I do this, right? So the first thing that you need to understand here, I'm going to minimize this and go back to my browser. The first thing that you need to understand is that you need to set up an API key in order to access Nano Banana 2. Yes, you could go inside the Gemini web app and start using Nano Banana 2 this way. I'm not sure I'm even allowed to since I'm on a free one right here, but you get the idea. If we want to use this within Claude Code, we must be using it via API. So in order to get an API key, there's a few ways to do this. You can go to Google AI Studio, and then once you're logged in, you can click Get API Key, and then I don't have any on here. You would click Create API Key, and then you would follow the process along from here to get an API key within Google AI Studio. But the method that I use is actually inside a platform called OpenRouter. I use OpenRouter as kind of my all-in-one solution to managing API keys. I can use Google models, Anthropic models, OpenAI models, all within one interface from one API key. It helps me stay very organized, and I would rather pay a small premium to OpenRouter than go back and forth between a dozen different platforms trying to manage different API keys. So if you don't have an account with OpenRouter, it's completely free to sign up. I'll leave it in the video description below. And then once you have a free account, you will need to come in here and add to your credits. So I have about $20 in credits. You can add probably $5 to $10. That would be more than enough to get started here. And then once you have enough credits inside OpenRouter, we then need to create an API key. So you'd click API keys, you would click create, you'd give it a name. So we would do, Claude Code. Let's do Claude Code demo in this instance. No expiration, click create. And then you would copy this API key right here, and then I would come back to Claude Code. And you'll notice I've opened up a brand new chat within Claude Code. I'm just going to go ahead and paste that right here for now. I'm going to delete this, so I'm not worried about someone taking this API key and using it themselves. But what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to copy and paste this prompt, and I will leave this in the video description below. I'm going to paste that right here. Let's get that API key, paste it right here. And so I know that might look confusing, but essentially what I just did, I'm going to minimize this window so you can see it better. But what I just did here is I said, store this API key from OpenRouter to generate images with Google's Nano Banana 2 AI image model. And then here's that API key that I just copy and pasted. But I also want to provide OpenRouter's documentation with Nano Banana 2 for more context. Again, the more context we can give Claude Code, the better off that we're going to be. So I'm going to pull up the browser here. Here's the page of the Google Nano Banana 2 within OpenRouter. So I'm going to copy this page. I'm going to go back to Claude Code, paste that in right here, and then I'm going to click enter. And then I'm going to come back and wait till this is complete. All right, so in my case, you'll see that I already had an OpenRouter API key saved in Claude Code in my apis.env file. So what it did is it actually took my old API key, replaced it with this new API key, and then it's going to be using Nano Banana 2 going forward. Now, this is going to be different for you because I'm assuming you don't already have an OpenRouter API key saved within Claude Code, so it would save to Claude Code in that particular instance. So now that Claude Code has our API key, we can now start generating images with Google's Nano Banana 2. So I'm going to start really simple just to show you how this works in action. Generate a realistic image of Des Moines, Iowa using Nano Banana 2. Use my OpenRouter API key. And it's very important that you say that the first time because now what Claude Code is going to do is it's going to look for that API key so it knows which API key to use in order to generate images with Nano Banana 2. So you'll see here it read through that file and it says got everything I need using the OpenRouter endpoint with Nano Banana 2. So I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead and wait till this output is complete. All right, so after a minute or so, Claude Code using the Nano Banana 2 API through OpenRouter generated this image of Des Moines, Iowa. And what I like about this is it saved that image file right here in Claude Code locally where I can easily just click on it and it opens it up in a new window. And if I zoom in, here is that image. Now, this isn't perfect. I wouldn't use this for anything per se. I just wanted to show you a super quick example of how you can generate images within Claude Code using the Nano Banana 2 API. And so if you're asking now, well, Ryan, how much did that cost to just do that? If I pull up OpenRouter, click on my profile icon here, and I click logs, you'll notice today I generated an image with Nano Banana 2. So I know that it's pulling the correct image model, and you'll see it only cost me about 6 or 7 cents for that image. Where Nano Banana Pro, I want to say, was about 13 or 14 cents per image. So you'll notice at 6 or 7 cents per image with Nano Banana 2, think about how dangerous this is to use in a good way at scale. I'm not saying that that image that I just created in particular is very useful, but I'm going to show you a real world example now of how you can generate a high quality YouTube thumbnail with Nano Banana 2 in Claude Code. Now, when it comes to designing images like thumbnails within Claude Code, sure, you could come into the chat box here and say, make me a thumbnail about XYZ topic, but you're not going to get a very good output doing that. And this is where skills come to shine here. And in this particular use case, I'll be calling 2 skills: my Nano Banana API best practices skill and my YouTube thumbnail designer skill. Now, if you've never used skills before, I'd first recommend watching my tutorial. I'll leave that in the video description below. If you're wondering how I created these particular skills for the Nano Banana API best practices, all I did was I took the official Nano Banana API documentation, I copied this page as Markdown, came back into Claude Code and said, make me a skill Markdown file with best practices for generating images with Nano Banana, and then I fed it that as context. That's a very short way of explaining it. And then for my YouTube thumbnail designer skill, I'm not going to get into the details on this one. That one took a lot more in terms of, context and all the other best practices that I've discovered over the years of a high quality YouTube thumbnail that drives clicks. And if you want my Claude skills and to take a shortcut here versus trying to create them yourself, I do offer these inside my AI community. So if you want to join, I'll leave a link to that in the video description below. And then I have all my different Claude Code skills here. So here's my Nano Banana Pro API skill. You can just download that. And then I also have a YouTube thumbnail designer skill, which I'm showing you in this video. You can download that and upload those yourself. So that's the quick way of explaining it. So once you have those skill files, let's pull up Claude Code, and I'm going to use the following as an example here. I'm actually going to zoom in so you can better see this. I need you to design a YouTube thumbnail using the YouTube thumbnail designer skill. So you'll see I'm calling that skill in the chat. I want you to take the thumbnail from this video URL and make the following changes. So speaking of that video URL, what I did here is I found a related YouTube video for whatever that target keyword or topic is, and then I copied that URL to use as an example. By the way, Mark Kasheff, one of my favorite channels, I call him the GOAT of Claude Code. I'll leave his channel in the video description below. I just like his thumbnails, so I'm using this as an example. That's the video URL that I'm using right here. And then I said, make the following changes. Change the text unstoppable to game changer and also remove the headshot. Keep everything else the exact same, including image dimensions. Use Google Nano Banana 2 through the OpenRouter API. And then I said, use the Nano Banana API best practices skill to help with that. So I'm calling that other skill to make sure that this is quality. And when it comes to the model here, you can use Sonnet and you'll probably get something decent. I'm actually going to use Opus for this particular example here. And then I'm going to go ahead and just leave this on. Let's go ahead and just do bypass permissions for this particular example. I'm going to click enter and then I'm going to come back when this is complete. All right, so after a minute or two, Claude Code successfully generated that YouTube thumbnail using the Nano Banana 2 API. You'll see it gave me 3 image files right here in my workspace, where going forward, I'd probably instruct it to only give me the final output and not the original or whatever other outputs, just from organizational purposes. But here is that new thumbnail that it created. It's called Game Changer Thumbnail, and if I click on it, it's going to open up in a new window right here. That is exactly the thumbnail that I wanted it to create in this example. It removed the headshot, so here's the original thumbnail. It removed Mark's headshot, and it also changed that text from unstoppable to game changer like I instructed. And so then what I would do is I would take that image file right here on the left-hand side, I would drag it over to my desktop, and to perfect it, what I would do is I would upload that into Photoshop, into Canva, drag over my headshot, and then I would save it from there. I just think it's more high quality, in my opinion, to take that extra step of 30 to 60 seconds to upload and, input your headshot in those thumbnails. And the reason I say that is because I've tried this time and time again, where I've actually uploaded a bunch of assets here of my thumbnails. So I have a YouTube thumbnail assets folder, and then here I've uploaded all my different headshots, right? So realistically, what I could do, and in the future when these image models get better, what I could do is I could say, come back to the chat here, add this headshot, and then I would take the exact image file. So let's say, I want this one. So I would say add this headshot, copy this image file right here to the thumbnail on the right, and keep everything else the same. And theoretically, this should work, but I've just noticed that it's a lot easier to just take headshots out of the equation here. For whatever reason, these AI image models and headshots don't go very well together. And so that's why I would recommend that you take that other output that I had originally right here, and then just upload that into a Canva or a Photoshop, and then drag over your existing files of PNG headshots, and then go from there. But let's see exactly what this does. Now I'm super curious. I'm going to X out of all these different files here. So now it's going in and trying to create another YouTube thumbnail with that headshot file that I had on the left-hand side here. So I'm going to skip ahead and let's see what this comes up with. All right, so here's that newly created thumbnail with my headshot, and it did put it in perfectly with the exact headshot, but like I predicted, something is off, right? The headshot is right over the text, and obviously I don't want that. So if I were to go back and reiterate, I would say place it under the text, make the headshot a little smaller, and then in real time, as you're using this, this is the beauty of skills. You would simply come in here once you're all done with this chat, and then you would say, update my YouTube thumbnail designer skill based on this chat. Right now, I'm not going to do it in this example, but I hope you guys are seeing the purpose of why I'm saying that is because over time, as you make more adjustments and updates to your YouTube thumbnails or whatever other types of images that you're creating, you can give a real-time feedback loop to Claude Code, and it will continually update and improve that skill going forward. So I know I could have gotten into a lot more detail in this video, and I will be doing more tutorials just like this within Claude Code. I just hope with this video you have an understanding of how to generate images with Google's Nano Banana 2 inside Claude Code using the API. And the best part about this going forward is whenever there's a new AI image model that comes out, all you have to do is update the API key or update the documentation to reflect best practices of the new AI image model. And so it's very easy to update this system as time goes on. But if you've made it this far into the video, first of all, I really appreciate you. And if you found value here, be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. But most importantly, I hope you all have a great day.